So, BengalsWire.com posted this article yesterday. These are 5 draft prospects who actually hurt their chance of being drafted by the Bengals at the scouting combine. And listen, right? The combine, as I said many times, can make you go straight up draft boards. It could have you being a potential third round pick, second round pick, and go all the way up to the first round. Depending on how good you do, really can help you out a lot. It can also do the opposite. It can destroy your value in an NFL draft depending on how bad you do at the combine. For example, Orlando Brown Jr., our current left tackle. When he went before the combine, he was projected to be a late first, early second round pick. Because of how bad he did at the combine, and I mean probably one of the worst offensive linemen's performances ever at the combine, he dropped to the end of the third round. It's a huge difference, guys. You either can be a first round pick or you can drop down 2 rounds. So let's see who they talk about in this article. So first guy they talked about is the center, Cedric Van Praer Granger. That is one quite long name. Cedric Van Praer Granger. Okay. At first glance, Granger has everything the Bengals like. He got loads of starting experience and helped a big program win multiple titles. But the short arms and wingspan, while weighing 298 pounds, might have the Bengals looking elsewhere. I don't know that much. Because when you're putting a guard, so we would be using him as a center or a guard. We wouldn't put him at the tackle position. So I don't even think long arms matter as much if you're not putting him at the tackle position. It's still, you still wouldn't have long arms with any offensive lineman because point is you want to be able to grab the guy and kind of control him or move him back and forth depending on, who you're going against. So, okay, so this is pretty much just a measurable problem, which is something he can't control. This is not really him doing bad at the combine. This is him kind of, the ideas, I will say, of him being not a good player kind of got confirmed to a lot of teams at the combine. Not a good player, but not having the intangibles that teams are looking for. So that's actually not really his fault. He can't really control that at all. Even with the best combine ever, it's not going to change anything. Ooh, this is interesting. A Darius Mims. Mims had one of the best offensive linemen's combine you could have. He was an absolute animal. He showed off his I cannot speak today. Athleticism. He showed off how strong he is. He showed off how just overall, everything you could want, he did good. The only problem was he actually had a hamstring injury, which cut his combine short. And I think that's the only thing that you can really go for him here is, can he stay healthy? And that's always been his problem, is staying healthy. So, Bengals fans won't like this one, given the 6'8", 340-pound Mims. Yeah, that's why a lot of people like him. He's a humongous guy. But his injuring shouldn't this be him? But him injuring a hamstring during drills. But after starting just 8 games in college, might have been enough to make him a no-go because the team needs available starters in front of Joe Burrow right away. Yeah, that's really going to be his biggest problem, is his injuries. And if he can stay healthy, he could be the best right tackle in the league. But the problem is staying healthy. He got hurt at the combine. And these are all things you got to take in consideration. And if we don't take him with the first round pick, he's going to be gone by the second round. So it's not like we could get him anyway. Brenden T. My speech impediment's going to die on this one. Brenden Trice. There we go. I can't say R's and W's correctly, and T's are really on the fringe. Once an intriguing depth and rotational prospect, Trice showed up at the combine 30 pounds lighter than his listed playing weight in college. Yet at 245 pounds, he ran a 4.72 in the 40-yard dash. While it's not worth putting massive weight into testing numbers, film is more important. It leaves more questions than answers. Yeah, especially the defensive end position. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not really that bad. So he was 275 in college. He was 245 at the combine. So he just went from a run stuffer / like big body guy to more of a speed rusher, which not really a bad thing, but again, as it says right here, now you can't even go off his film because the guy is way less weight than he was before. And I wonder also how much muscle mass he might have lost or gained. So there's always questions there. This interests me. Javon Sanders had a pretty good combine. Sanders has been interesting an idea for a team that needs a long-term solution, but with Brock Bowers not working out, the field wide open for somebody to gain attention. Sanders ran the 9th best 40-yard dash among tight ends and was 6'2", 245 pounds. It wasn't a horrible day, but it was compared to others in the draft class like Ben Sinnott. I agree with that. Like, Ben Sinnott, listen, okay? Ben Sinnott is supposed to be a 4th-round pick, and he looked like the best tight end possible. He outdid everyone at the combine. He hit numbers that just unexpected for a 4th-round pick. But Sanders didn't look bad. He really didn't. He looked pretty damn good. And as long as he's going to look pretty damn good, I don't really think the combine hurt him in any way from being drafted by us. If he's still available in the 2nd or 3rd round, I wouldn't be surprised if we went after him. He's a very, honestly, really good vertical threat tight end who can get down the field. He's like having another wide receiver at the tight end position. I have no problem with him at all. I don't know why this didn't hurt his draft stock at all. This, if anything, kind of kept him where he was. Troy Franklin. The Bengals drafted 2 wide receivers last year, yet could be on the market for more versatile depth. Okay. Yes, we might draft a receiver this year, and I don't think it's a bad idea. We're not going to prioritize a wide receiver in any way, though. Because, again, we have T. Higgins back on a franchise tag. We have Jamar Chase. We are going to lose Tyler Boyd, but we have Trenton Irwin coming back. We're going to have Yoshi again. We're also going to have Chuck Sizzle. And it's very possible that we go out there and we draft a wide receiver, but probably not the 5th or 6th round. So Troy Franklin, I don't think we're going to go for, in all honesty. He's not really a guy I would say we would go for. And that's actually it for the 5. The Bengals drafted 2 wide receivers, wideouts. BengalsWire.com. I butcher grammar sometimes. I butcher words. I misspell words. My guy. LAS. Where's your T? Where's your T? Last year. I can't talk because I butcher it. The only person who butchers that stuff more than me is Brenden T. And he'll be the first to admit that. But still. Last. Yet could be on the market for more versatile depth. I cannot read tonight for some reason. But it might not be Franklin, a field stretching threat who showed up to the combine at just 176 pounds and had the slowest 10-yard split of any wide receiver who tested. Yeah. I think we get a receiver. It would be like the 6th or 7th round again, kind of like Yoshi. And it would just be like a depth piece, if anything. I don't really think it's going to be that big of an addition. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys next one.